So, hello, I am Philip Sirius. I am playing a $12 Rush On Demand tournament here on Full Tilt. My first hand happens to be aces, so I guess we're just going to jump right into the action. I'll explain a little bit more about what's going on after this hand. Only because this is the very first hand of the tournament, I'm just going to shove because I feel like I can get the most value this way. I feel like I can get people to call me fairly light, but only on the very first tournament. I'm going to plug in my sound really quick. I have my headphones off. Too bad you didn't call. Oh, sorry about that if that was loud, but now I have the sound on my computer playing. Okay. So yes, I am playing a $12 on-demand Rush tournament. I am testing out some new video or screen recording software to see how well it works. And I wanted to try this out. I was getting a little antsy with it, so this is a tournament I normally wouldn't play. I am really only playing it because I want to test out the software. This is a little bit lower stakes. I don't play a ton of Rush tournaments. I have in the past. But I wanted to see if this software works, and I was getting a little antsy to try it out, so I decided to try it out tonight. My strategy for a Rush tournament is really kind of take advantage of the Rush format a little bit. I've played a couple of them, had some decent success. Trying to play a little bit more aggressive than I probably would otherwise, trying to figure out how to pick my spots. Again, this is a much smaller tournament than I play. I feel like I can make a continuation bet here. I feel like that'll hit a lot of his range, but it'll miss a lot of his, range, like 10-9s, 9-8s, pocket pairs that are kind of low. A lot of his hands are going to have to fold to continuation right there. So I'm just going to be explaining my thought process, partly for myself, so I can just learn from myself, and for you guys if you want to get it, if you want to try to get something from it. So yeah, I'll just be going through my thought process while I'm playing. If you see these little things here, these are stats on the players. I have a HUD running, so if you don't know, my stats are voluntary money put in the pot. So basically every time they put money in the pot, the percentage of times they put money in the pot is the first number. The percentage of times they raise pre-flop is the second number. The third number is the percentage of times they 3-bet pre-flop. And the fourth number is the percentage of times they fold to a 3-bet pre-flop. All four numbers I think are very, very important to know, and there are a couple other numbers I would like to get running on my HUD, but I feel like those are very, very important numbers. This guy's already got a ton of chips. That makes me feel like he's been very active. So again, I feel like I can get a lot of value by just shoving. This isn't a play I normally would do. He's folded again. That's too bad. I might have lost quite a bit of value from two really strong hands, which is really too bad. But I really felt like I might have had the most value in those two spots by shoving there. It's a play I've tried before. Oh man, I'm not going to mess around with this. This is a situation I would like to get better at, but this early in the tournament, I'm not going to try to mess around with it. Maybe a little bit later I will, but at this stage in the tournament, I'm not going to try to mess around with that spot. Oh, and this little red number here is the amount of hands I have on that player. So these are from players in the previous hand. It hasn't updated for this hand yet. But so for example, this 2 means I've played 2 hands with that player, etc., etc. I don't really like flatting in any situation, but this seems like a decent situation to flat. I got a hand that will flop pretty well, so, but I just missed, and it's early. I'm more likely to flat early than I will later in a tournament, probably. pretty big size continuation bet, and I'll fold. So here I'll raise if it folds to me. Again, I'm not very used to this format. I don't play a lot of rush tournaments. This is a rush on-demand tournament. So, you know, I've played a couple of rush tournaments. I actually, you know, had a couple deep runs in some of them quite a while ago, and I played a few more of them, but I haven't played any for a while, so it's a little bit new to me. But I really just want to test out the software, and we'll see how far I get in this thing. And hopefully I'll win it, and it'll be a pretty good start to use the software. Hopefully the software works, so hopefully I'll actually be able to see it. I tried a couple other software programs out, and it was just way too blurry to even be worth posting. So trying to find one that'll work and be kind of clear. The blinds are going up pretty quick. I'm guessing this is definitely some sort of turbo. Very quick structure, so I can't take too much time to try to gain chips. I gotta get chips pretty quickly. That's a big bet. And I'm gonna try to see how many people are actually in this tournament, because I really don't know. Sorry, I'm looking in the full tilt lobby right now to try to get my... Okay, I got that. So, I'm trying to see if late registration is still available. It looks like there is no more late... Oh no, there is still late registration. So currently there's 135 players in here. Or that's how many have entered, and there's 103 left. I could play that, but... So, the reason why I played Rush is because I knew I was only going to play one tournament, and I felt like one table would be really boring to watch, because I'm not doing hand histories, and I can't just go through a bunch of stuff. I didn't have any good hand histories to really... that I haven't already gone through to show you guys, so I wanted to do something that'd be a little interesting. So I thought Rush tournament might work, because I'll play a lot of hands. If I was a little later position, I'd play this hand. I guess in a rush tournament, it would be kind of smart, especially early on, to try to quick fold as much as, or as quickly as possible, to try to get as many hands in as you can while the blinds are still small. Like a situation like this, you could quick fold just to play a little bit more often. But I feel like there's a little bit of value playing that hand in the small blind, but not that time. Here's a hand that should have some value. I'll make a little bit bigger of a raise than I would normally because there's a limper. Now if he goes all in, okay, well, it's kind of mute now, but that would have been kind of a sick play. I probably would have folded because that's so little invested, and it really kind of screams. Actually, I'm only really afraid of an ace or king coming, and even those. I'm going to check just kind of for pot control. Spade too, but I feel like I can get a lot more value out of my hand this way. Made a very small bet. That bet's so small I'm going to raise it. I can't just let a free spade come off. But I checked the flop so that I could get some pot control going, and so I don't bloat this pot in case he has a queen, and I don't want to get check raised on the flop. It's not exactly the card I wanted to see. I feel like if he hit an ace though, he would still likely check it to me. I don't like him betting out there. I don't really beat anything but maybe a missed spade. He might have had the ace of spades, and then he hit the ace. I just feel like a missed spade that he was playing might be card, or maybe a missed a 6 or something like that, and with the pot being this big, I feel like I can call, but I really don't like it. Well, he had a monster, so, you know, the way I played it might have saved me some chips, because, wow, I don't know what to call this, because if I had, I mean, the queen probably would have saved me eventually, but, the queen probably would have saved me eventually, but, you know, I probably would have lost quite a bit of chips either way with jacks against aces there, but I was able to survive with a few chips. So it's on break now. I will stop this video and continue it in another video after this break. Okay, bye-bye.